Peymon who?
Mottahedeh.
Peymon Mottahedeh. Who is he?
Never paid taxes in 30 years. Fought the U.S. tax court and won.
See, I believe our rights come from God, not from government.
Hello to my truth and freedom-loving friends. I am Peymon Mottahedeh, president of Freedom Law School, which I created in 1996. And for over 30 years, I have not filed and paid any federal income and payroll taxes, and been teaching Americans like you to do the same. If you've not been to our website, freedomlawschool.org, that's where you want to go to live a free life. In this presentation, I'm going to cover the topic whether filing a 24 income tax confession tax form is a safe way to go, or not filing is safer. Because I know most of you believe, you've been told by your accountant, CPA, tax attorney, you've been brainwashed to believe that filing an IRS 1040 income tax form is a safe way to avoid IRS audits and keep you out of prison. If that is what you think, you need to think again. Yes, the truth of the matter is this, folks. You actually put the rope around your neck by signing that 1040 income tax confession trap form under oath, and give the lever to the IRS to pull it and hang you. I'll show it to you, folks. You see, you got to stop filing income tax forms, because when you sign the IRS Form 1040 income tax confession trap form, you put the IRS noose around your neck. How? You state under oath that you owe the IRS money. Yes. And this is how you give the IRS the power to audit you, empty your bank account, steal your crypto, steal your property, and put you in prison. Yes, all made possible by you. See, again, you unwittingly were deceived to increase your chances of going to prison for taxes when you sign under penalties of perjury that your 1040 form is true, correct, and complete. The truth is, the safest way to have the IRS leave you alone is to not file any 1040 income tax confession trap forms. You see, again, when you sign an IRS Form 1040, it's an income tax confession form. You state under oath that you owe the IRS money. And here's a proof. You see it. See? It says what here? Sign here. But look at the small print on the right-hand side. Did your accountant, CPA, or tax attorney tell you what this small print means or says? I bet you did not. It says, under penalties of perjury, you declare under oath that everything on this 1040 form is true, correct, and complete. If anything on the 1040 form and the attached schedules and paperwork, all of that, anything is not true, correct, or complete, guess what? Jail time for you, folks. That's how they trick you to put the rope around your neck. And on line 37 here, you say the amount that you owe. There it is. You sign under oath, you owe the IRS this amount, as you see. So bottom line is that when you file a 1040 form or any federal tax form, you give up your right to the most private and sensitive financial information. You give it all to the IRS, and then they can use these documents as evidence against you in a court of law, which can then force you to prove all your expenses, deductions, and credits that you claimed on your tax form. And if you cannot prove such expenses, deductions, and credits, you will end up paying a lot more money to the IRS, or even sentenced to lengthy prison terms. Yes, you risk being charged with 3 separate tax crimes for each 1040 form that you sign and file with the IRS. Number 1, 5 years for attempting to evade or defeat a tax. 3 years for filing fraudulent and false statements. And 1 year for filing fraudulent returns, statements, or other documents. You risk going to prison for up to 9 years for each 1040 form or any other tax form that you file with the IRS. Okay? And if you're a crypto person, guess what? They have a special crypto trap for you, the digital asset question they ask you. Tell us, do you have any crypto? Did you sell or not? If you say yes, you put yourself on the IRS audit list. The IRS is hammering crypto return filers with audits because the IRS knows how expensive and difficult figuring out the cost basis of your crypto sales is. So the IRS can hurt you on the entire gross crypto sales and transfers and sales, hurting you big time. And if you say, well, Peymon, I will not tell them. I'll tell them, I'll have no crypto. If you do, you better be ready to go to prison because you lied under oath. Penalty of perjury, which could land you in prison for 3 years, for 3 separate crimes you've seen above, including tax evasion, for up to 9 years for every 1040 firm on which you lied about not having sold any cryptocurrency. Amazing as this, folks, let me tell you something else. These 1040 forms are so hard and difficult, even this tax court judge, Judge Krupa, when she was charged with tax crimes for filing tax returns, safe thing to do, she thought. She was charged with going over 20 years of prison sentence. She did not even defend her 1040 form. You cannot defend these 1040 forms. She pled guilty and no trial and got a good deal of only 34 months in prison. Yeah, folks, if she cannot defend you, how can your accountant, CPA on your tax return do better than tax court judge Krupa? According to IRS, folks, these are own numbers. Over 93% of people that are in prison are filers. It's a myth that if you file, you go to prison. It's the filers that the IRS puts in prison out of their own numbers that you can see for yourself. In a longer presentation, the link is below, folks. I'm going to show you the risks of filing 1040 income tax forms in more detail, benefits of filing 1040 income tax forms, and the risks of not filing 1040 income tax forms, and benefits of not filing tax forms in more detail. So click on the description below of the more complete presentation on this topic, and you see for yourself why the most dangerous thing you can do to you and your family is filing 1040 forms. You risk going to prison, risk IRS auditing you, taking your stuff, paying your lawyers all this money, and always be nervous because you made yourself a slave, saying, oh gosh, I don't want to be a slave, but my accountant, CPA, tax attorney told me that's a safe thing to do, to be a slave and beg for mercy. IRS, please don't audit me. Whereas as a non-filer, you are free as a bird, brothers and sisters. With that, I'll leave you my love and encourage you to watch the complete video and then go to our website, freedomlawschool.org, and go through our 7 steps to free yourself of IRS deception, through which they put you in fear, through which they make you, they rob you and slave you. Freedom is yours to have at freedomlawschool.org now. Go there now. And while you drive around to and from work, listen to our videos. When you get home or work at lunch or dinner, watch it. and start living a free life